Right now, I'm watching WWF SummerSlam 1999. The main event of this show is Triple H versus Mankind versus the WWF champion Stone Cold Steve Austin. Obviously, it's for the WWF Championship. And the special guest referee is Jesse Ventura because at this time he was the governor of Minnesota. And this show is taking place in Minnesota. So it was kind of a big deal. Now, there are some other marquee matches on this show. There is The Rock versus Billy Gunn in a Kiss My Rear End match. I'm trying not to curse. Then there's also Shane McMahon versus Test. And there's some other matches too. Don't know off the top of my head. Oh, Jeff Jarrett versus D'Lo Brown is on this show. So I'm just going to watch it and analyze it. Now, the previous pay-per-view was fully loaded in 1999. By the way, the opening video package is playing for the show. And they're highlighting everything that led up to the main event match between Austin, Mankind, and Triple H. But at the previous pay-per-view, Triple H faced The Rock in a leather strap match to decide who was going to be the number one contender for the WWF Championship. And because of interference by China and Billy Gunn, and obviously, it's just nobody was helping The Rock, Triple H won that match. And so he became the number one contender to the WWF title. And this is right in the middle of when Triple H is turning into the Game and the Cerebral Assassin. He's going from the DX version of Triple H that we saw in 1998 and 1997, and he's turning into a different guy altogether, a different character altogether. And that culminates tonight at this show in Minneapolis, Minnesota, SummerSlam 1999. He gets his very first pay-per-view main event for the WWF title. I believe it's his very first pay-per-view main event. Not the, I think he's main evented a UK exclusive pay-per-view before this, but this is his first big time main event pay-per-view match, Triple H. So anyway, yeah, so Triple H became the number one contender at the previous pay-per-view. The main event of the previous pay-per-view was Austin defending his WWF Championship against The Undertaker in a first blood match, and Austin won that match thanks to some assistance from X-Pac, who kicked a steel chair into the head of The Undertaker, and then Austin hit Undertaker in the head with a video camera, and that was enough to cause Undertaker to bleed. And so Austin is WWF champion heading into this show. Right now, they're showing Jesse Ventura wearing a referee shirt, talking to China and Triple H, letting them know, look, he's the law and order in Minnesota and in the ring in the main event. He's telling China, you can be out there, but you can't interfere. Otherwise, she has to deal with him. Triple H is saying that you can make any rule you want and I'll break every single one of them. Now they're showing a Chris Jericho, who only debuted a little bit before SummerSlam. He's talking to Howard Finkel right now. He doesn't have a match scheduled on this show, Chris Jericho. He's talking to Howard Finkel backstage. He's getting mad at Howard Finkel. Howard Finkel, the ring announcer who has since passed away, was Chris Jericho's lackey early on in Chris Jericho's epic run in the WWE. Obviously, Chris Jericho had the greatest debut in WWF history, so I mean, you talk about being prepared for the moment. Go watch Chris Jericho debuting on Monday Night Raw in the middle of a Rock promo By the way, Jeff Jarrett's coming out right now, and Deborah is wearing a blue bikini. One of the highlights of this era is Deborah's outfits. This match is for the Intercontinental and European Championships, which are held by D'Lo Brown. This is probably the peak of D'Lo Brown's career right here. Opening SummerSlam against Jeff Jarrett, coming in as a double champion. Jeff Jarrett is telling Deborah to go to the back. Oh yeah, Deborah's walking to the back now, and the crowd is not happy about that. They really hate Jeff Jarrett for that. Because everybody wants to see Deborah. They're calling him an a-hole, the whole crowd. Here comes D'Lo Brown, the European and Intercontinental Champion. Oh, now they're showing D'Lo Brown backstage with Deborah. He's telling her to come with him out to the ring. Yep, here they come. And Jeff Jarrett is not happy about that. Again, this is absolutely the peak of D'Lo Brown's career, this night right here. I kind of feel bad for him because he doesn't know what's coming next. It's like, unfortunately for D'Lo, only a few weeks after this event, he was in a match against Droz, Darren Drozdov, where a terrible accident happened and Droz became paralyzed for the rest of his life. And ever since that point, D'Lo Brown was never really used that much. And then his career never reach this kind of peak ever again. Anyway, on this night, everyone in this crowd is cheering D'Lo Brown. They love him. Summer of 1999 was definitely D'Lo Brown's time. Okay, match has started. Jeff Jarrett is attacking D'Lo. Jeff Jarrett was a great heel at this time in 1999 in the WWF. And he carried that on to WCW when he left the WWF in October of 1999. Man, the crowd's going crazy for every offensive move that D'Lo Brown hits. Slams down Jeff Jarrett. D'Lo Brown does. Man, this crowd is amped up for this show. I'm telling you, this is like peak Attitude Era stuff right here. I know the Attitude Era started quite a bit before this show, but I'm telling you, like, starting at Fully Loaded 1999, things really started picking up steam for the WWF. I mean, like, getting to, like, skyrocketing mainstream popularity. Like, everybody was talking about wrestling at this time. Everybody. It was like the talk of the water cooler. Everybody talking about Stone Cold and The Rock, and like I said, this crowd is super hyped. D'Lo Brown has Jeff Jarrett up for a vertical suplex and lands it. And the crowd loves that. And D'Lo is now playing to the crowd, and they're cheering him, standing on their feet. Imagine the crowd standing on their feet for D'Lo Brown. And only a short time later, he was just an afterthought. But credit to D'Lo, he had a very long career in wrestling. I believe he's still involved in a backstage role somewhere in some promotion. Also, he went to college for accounting. I believe he played football in college, and he became a certified public accountant, CPA. So, D'Lo Brown as a human being, very impressive. Very impressive. And he used to be like 400 pounds or something. And now in this match, he is in phenomenal physical condition, probably like 250 or maybe a little less, but definitely in the best condition of his life. So, all credit to D'Lo Brown. Let's all remember him. Okay, Jeff Jarrett and D'Lo Brown are on the outside of the ring. Jeff Jarrett, it feels like he's always been in great physical condition. Even to this day, he's still wrestling in AEW and still puts on some entertaining matches. I saw a match between Jeff Jarrett and Orange Cassidy, and that was a very entertaining match. Jeff Jarrett only took like one or two bumps in that match, but it was still amazing because he knows what he's doing. He doesn't have to do all these flips and dives to get people's attention. He knows how to keep the crowd entertained without doing crazy stuff. Oh, Jeff Jarrett just threw D'Lo Brown into the side of the ring. Again, still on the outside here. And boo, right into the ring post he threw D'Lo. And Jeff Jarrett is in the ring. Deborah is checking on D'Lo because apparently Deborah is now D'Lo's manager because Jeff Jarrett rejected her. Now D'Lo's back in the ring. Now the crowd is chanting for D'Lo. A D'Lo Brown chant. D'Lo Brown is in trouble here. Jeff Jarrett armbar takedown off the second rope. Now they're chanting, "We want puppies." That's in reference to Deborah. For those of you who are not familiar with the Attitude Era, Deborah's chest was called puppies. Again, I'm trying not to curse, guys. Come on. I don't know what's with Jeff Jarrett's matches at this time because, I mean, he had a very average match against Edge at Fully Loaded 1999, and now this match is very average as well. Okay, D'Lo Brown is calling for a running powerbomb here. He gets Jeff Jarrett up and hits it. Now both guys are laid out. Referee's counting. Remember, D'Lo Brown is defending both the European and Intercontinental Championships in this match. 2 titles on the line. Both guys are getting back to their feet. And, ooh, D'Lo Brown with a tilt-a-whirl slam on Jeff Jarrett. Heel kick by D'Lo. Slams Jarrett down. He's going for a leg drop here. Hit it. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Jarrett kicks out. Oh, well, he doesn't really kick out. He gets the shoulder up. D'Lo Brown pointing to the top turnbuckle. He might be going for his signature frog splash here because Jeff Jarrett is laying down flat on his back in the middle of the ring. D'Lo. Oh, no. Whoa. It almost like D'Lo. It looked like D'Lo was going for a senton. And Jeff moved out of the way, landed on his back. Jeff Jarrett now has a guitar in his hand. Deborah is distracting the referee. Mark Henry is in the ring, and he took the guitar away from Jeff Jarrett. And then Mark Henry just hit D'Lo, his friend, hit D'Lo in the back with a guitar. That was a heel turn. And Jeff Jarrett just pinned D'Lo Brown 1, 2, 3 and wins the European Championship and the Intercontinental Championship. I think in the lead up to this show, D'Lo was trying to motivate Mark Henry to lose weight. And apparently Mark Henry did not like that. So he just turned on D'Lo Brown, his friend for so long. And so we get a title change, double title change, and a heel turn in the opening match of SummerSlam 1999. Very average match, nothing spectacular. But hey, you know, it was an okay opener. You know, nothing worth watching really. But I bet the crowd was surprised. They were not expecting Mark Henry to turn on D'Lo Brown. Now they just swung to Michael Cole backstage talking to Edge and Christian. Tag team turmoil match coming up, and the winner of the tag team turmoil match will get a shot at the tag team champions on the following night's Raw. Edge and Christian broke away from Gangrel. All three of them used to be part of the Brood. So I think Edge and Christian are good guys here. Right, and then Gangrel started the new Brood with Matt and Jeff Hardy. Okay, so this tag team turmoil match, I believe, is starting off Edge and Christian and the Hardys. Here comes Edge and Christian. These guys used to enter through the crowd. You know what's funny is that Edge, Christian, Matt, and Jeff are still wrestling. Edge and Christian are in AEW. Matt and Jeff are in TNA, and they just became TNA Tag Team Champions. So credit to these guys for having extremely long careers. It must have been extremely fun to live those lives. Edge, Christian, Matt, and Jeff, man. But you know what's a shame is that Matt and Jeff were in AEW at the same time as Edge and Christian recently, and they never did Edge, Christian versus the Hardys. It's unbelievable. Like, my goodness, they could have just... That should have been the first thing that Tony Khan did, is put Edge, Christian versus the Hardys in AEW, and they never did it. What a shame. What a shame. All right, here comes Matt and Jeff. Match has begun, by the way. They're starting off at a fast pace. They've already hit a double team move on the Hardy Boys here. Almost like a poetry in motion. But they don't call it poetry in motion. Side rush and leg sweep by Edge on Matt Hardy. Now, the way this tag team turmoil match works is that once there's a pinfall submission or some type of Christian going for the cover, gets a 2 count. One team here is going to get eliminated, and then another team is going to come out, and then that will keep going on until all the teams enter. No, Gangrel just punched Christian in the face. Matt Hardy with the roll-up. 1, 2, and Christian kicks out. Matt and Jeff double team on Christian. Oh, man, they just made him land face first into the canvas. And now they're taking their shirts off. That's a natural reaction to doing that. Jeff goes for the cover. Christian kicks out. Ooh. Jeff just slammed down Christian. Oh, wow. Springboard moonsault on Christian by Jeff. Matt is beating up Christian. Matt is pinning Christian, and Christian gets the shoulder up. So I'm guessing at some point Edge is going to get the hot tag here. But before that happens, Matt is still in control of Christian. Now he's choking him on the middle rope. Remember, Matt and Jeff are the bad guys here, because they've aligned themselves with Gangrel. Matt goes for another cover. Christian gets the shoulder up. Yeah, Matt and Jeff keep tagging in and out real quick. Matt Hardy hits a vertical suplex. Jeff Hardy, Swanton Bomb. This was before they called it a Swanton. 1, 2, and Edge breaks up the pinfall attempt by Jeff. That was a picture-perfect Swanton Bomb. These days, Jeff can't really hit it like that anymore. He sort of just falls on his opponent without any, without any care for his opponent. It almost looks like he's purposely damaging them. If you see him do a Swanton these days. Even Matt Hardy, his brother, makes fun of him for that. Edge got the hot tag. He's taking on both Hardys by himself right now. Like, whenever Jeff hits a Swanton these days, Matt calls it a crouton. Like, you should see. It's like Jeff literally just... Oh, wow. Okay, what just happened here was Jeff Hardy was running on one side of the barricade. Edge was running on another side of the barricade. And then they met in midair where Edge speared him. Now Christian did a leapfrog to the outside and took out Gangrel. Now Matt is standing on the top rope. He's going to hit a moonsault, takes out Christian and Gangrel. Wow. Christian is sitting on the top turnbuckle. Matt put him there. Now Matt, oh no. Edge just went under Matt. Oh, he just dropped him face first. Christian on top. Elbow. 1, 2, 3. The Hardy Boys have been eliminated. So Edge and Christian advance. Now the next team is coming out immediately. Who is it? Somebody from the... Oh, wow. It's Mideon and Viscera. Well, I gotta believe that Edge and Christian are gonna blast through these guys. I'm just listening to the theme music of Mideon and Viscera. They have that Ministry music. Ministry of Darkness, that is. They just showed a replay of the Edge spearing Jeff in the middle of the entranceway, but it was in midair. Viscera picks up Christian, Samoan drop. Hey, he's not Samoan. He's not allowed to do that. Mideon tags in. Okay, they're double teaming Christian here. Remember, Mideon and Viscera are fresh. Edge and Christian just had to fight with the Hardys, and they eliminated them, but they're at a disadvantage. Now Mideon and Christian are the legal guys in this match. Mideon is not a particularly good wrestler. I've noticed that watching these past pay-per-views during 1999. Mideon doesn't really do a whole lot. He's a very interesting character. He used to be part of the Godwins. He was Phineas I. Godwin was his name. And he was former tag team champion in that group. But again, Mideon is a very interesting character. He used to carry a jar out to the ring with an eyeball in it. He always wears a t-shirt that says "Feed Your Mind." Mideon even had a t-shirt. He had I guess he sold some merch back then. Oh my goodness, Viscera just hit he hit a rolling heel kick on the Edge. Remember, Viscera is like 500 pounds. Yeah, I never understood how Viscera moved the way he did, carrying all that weight around. It's really amazing what Viscera, unfortunately, he's passed away, but man, while he was around, very impressive. I guess you can call him an athlete, I guess. Edge and Christian. Edge is pinning Mideon, and Edge and Christian just took care of Mideon and Viscera. They've been eliminated. Here comes Prince Albert and Droz, Darren Drozdov. I think this may have been one of Droz's final wrestling appearances. Man, I feel real bad for Darren Drozdov. He's passed away as well. It's a cautionary tale about people who want to be pro wrestlers. Anything can happen at any time. I mean, Droz got paralyzed. Rey Mysterio was in a match in Mexico once where somebody passed away in that match after, I don't know what happened, a kick or something, and it's just, anything can happen. I mean, yes, wrestlers have died during matches. Anyway, Edge and Prince Albert are in the ring right now. Well, he just did like a spinning neck breaker to Edge. Christian broke up the pin. Edge and Christian are still in this thing. Whoa, Christian just pulled the top rope down so Droz flew to the outside, and now Christian just hit a splash to Droz. Prince Albert is lifting Edge up in the air. Christian hit a chop block. Edge went for the pin, but Albert kicked out at 2. This is an entertaining match. Definitely better than the Jarrett D'Lo Brown match. Edge, downward spiral on Prince Albert, gets the pin, 1, 2, 3. Now Acolytes immediately rush the ring. They are the next team in this match, facing Edge and Christian. So Edge and Christian have eliminated 2 teams in this tag team turmoil match. Remember, the winners of this match get a tag team title match on the following night's Monday Night Raw. Now, Farouk and Bradshaw are wasting no time here. Farouk and Christian are fighting on the outside. Edge is with Bradshaw in the ring. Oh, Jerry Lawler just mentioned, hey, I'm waiting for, he's talking to Jim Ross, who's also on commentary. Oh, wow. Huge power bomb by Bradshaw and Edge. But Jerry Lawler, oh, Bradshaw goes for the pin. 1, 2. Christian breaks up the pin. Jim Ross had a habit of always mentioning the college football careers of pro wrestlers, because a lot of them are former football players. Even like today's wrestlers, Roman Reigns is a former college football player. Braun Breaker is a former college football player. But in this match, he was mentioning Droz's former football career. I think Prince Albert's, and obviously Farouk and Bradshaw were former football players as well. Not Edge and Christian, though. They were wrestling fans since they were kids, and then they signed up for wrestling school. And here they are. SummerSlam 99. Putting on a great showing and a very entertaining match. Bradshaw and Edge are in the ring. Back suplex on Edge by Bradshaw. Bradshaw goes for the cover. 1, 2. Yeah. You know what's funny is Farouk at this time was a former world champion. Not in the WWE or WWF at the time, but in WCW. And the other 3 guys here all went on to become world champions in the WWE. All of them. Bradshaw had an incredibly long title reign, eventually losing to John Cena at WrestleMania 21 in 2005. Edge won the world title like at least 10 times. And after Edge retired for the first time, because he's currently wrestling, he's an active wrestler, but Edge retired in 2011, and then Christian became world champion multiple times. Oh, shoot. By the way, I think Christian Cage is on his way to becoming AEW World Champion at some point in the present day. Farouk and Edge in the ring. Farouk going for the Dominator on Edge. Edge wiggles out. Edge DDT on Farouk. All right, Christian is in. Bradshaw is in. Christian gets the hot tag. He's hitting drop kicks on these guys. Double clothesline to Farouk to push Farouk outside the ring. Edge baseball slide to Farouk on the outside. Christian climbing to the top turnbuckle. And Farouk just pulled Christian's leg. Christian landed crotch first on the top rope. Christian tornado DDT on Bradshaw. 1, 2. Bradshaw kicks out. See, this is a good match. This is a good match. Got to give credit to Edge and Christian for carrying this whole thing. Edge and Christian did a double team. Christian went for the cover, but Farouk broke it up. By the way, the Hardcore Holly and Crash Holly, they just ran out here, but this match isn't over yet. Jeez, Bradshaw just hit the clothesline from hell on Christian. 1, 2, 3. Edge and Christian are eliminated. Now, apparently Hardcore Holly and Crash Holly are the final team in this tag team turmoil match. And this is kind of funny because both of these teams are bad guys. And, who do you cheer for here? But the Hollies are the fresh team. Farouk just hit a Dominator on Crash Holly. Hardcore Holly just knocked down Farouk from behind. And now Bradshaw's in the ring. He's going to take someone's head off. Watch. Yeah. He just hit Crash Holly. Oh, double shoulder block to Hardcore Holly by the Acolytes. Farouk goes for the cover. Hardcore Holly gets the shoulder up. Hardcore Holly, vertical suplex on Farouk. The crowd is sort of quiet now. They were very excited when what's his face? Yeah, they were very excited when Edge and Christian were involved in the match. Now they're like, you got two heel teams in here. What do you... Farouk just went for a cover on Crash Holly. Crash kicked out. Bradshaw tags in. Crash Holly, one of the greatest hardcore champions of all time. The Hardcore Championship, obviously my favorite championship, especially because of what Crash Holly did with it. He made it into a 24/7 hardcore title, meaning that a match could happen anytime, anywhere. That's how confident he was in his abilities. And many times Crash Holly did win the hardcore title. I mean, he did win those hardcore title matches. And even if they pinned him, he would get them back almost immediately and pin them back and get the hardcore title back. So, oh, spine buster by Farouk. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Farouk just pinned Crash Holly. And so Bradshaw and Farouk will get a tag title match on the following night's Raw. By the way, the Hollies are in the ring. They're not too happy. They just lost the match. Now they're fighting with each other. They're backstage now with Al Snow, who has a hardcore title match on this show. I believe it's against the Big Boss Man. Al Snow and the Big Boss Man faced each other at Fully Loaded 1999 for the hardcore title. And it was an entertaining match. Especially the ending. The ending, Al Snow was handcuffed to a gate, and Boss Man took like this rod and was just beating him with it. And then Al Snow like went unconscious, and Big Boss Man pinned him. That's the kind of hardcore title matches we get here. And by the way, we're getting a hardcore championship match right now. But before that happens, Road Dogg is coming out. Road Dogg is not scheduled for a match here, but apparently he's got something to say. He's wearing street clothes and a fanny pack. Road Dogg is not happy that he's not part of the hardcore title match. Now he's making a challenge. Whoever wins this hardcore title match, Road Dogg is challenging them to a match on the following night's Raw for the hardcore title. And here comes Jericho. Again, Jericho at this time was a very new character in the WWF. And the crowd is going crazy. Chris Jericho was very popular. Now, he was very popular in WCW throughout all of 1998 and the beginning of 1999. That's when he really became a big name in the world of professional wrestling. And then when he debuted in 1999 in the WWF, people thought he was like amazing in his debut. For those of you who don't know, the way that Chris Jericho debuted is like weeks before they had this timer that would appear on Raw. It was said countdown to the millennium. And there was this timer that would kept going on all the shows, on Raw and SmackDown, and it was just counting down to something, but nobody knew what it was counting down to. And then it counted. This was I should mention, there was this thing called the Y2K problem that everybody was worried about back in 1999, that when the year 2000 came, all the computers were gonna go crazy because they couldn't handle it or something. There was some Y2K problem. Anyway, nothing happened. So Chris Jericho took that idea and turned it into his own thing called the Y2J problem. Here he is on the mic. And then anyway, so the timer eventually counted down to 0 in the middle of a Rock promo, and Jericho debuted and did an outstanding segment with The Rock that people remember to this day and consider the greatest debut of all time. Chris Jericho is insulting all the people who are performing on this show, saying Road Dogg is the worst of all of them. This is sort of the beginning of the Chris Jericho Road Dogg feud. The crowd is cheering for Road Dogg. Chris Jericho is a heel here, by the way. He's pretending like they're cheering for him. He's insulting Road Dogg's clothes. He's insulting Road Dogg's hair. And Chris Jericho gave great promos, especially when he first started out in the WWF. Although his promos often rubbed his co-workers the wrong way because he just kept insulting everybody and saying they suck. He said the Undertaker sucks, D-Generation X sucks. Everybody sucks. Only Chris Jericho is good. By the way, Chris Jericho is still going strong in AEW. I believe he is the Ring of Honor World Champion right now, for the second time. And now Road Dogg just told Jericho to shut up. Chris Jericho's acting offended. And Road Dogg just said he's got 2 words for Chris Jericho, and I'm sure you can guess what those 2 words were. And if you don't know what those 2 words are, you're not a wrestling fan. Road Dogg will be doing commentary during this hardcore title match, apparently. Sitting next to Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross. They're showing Al Snow with his dog Pepper. Now, Al Snow's dog Pepper is a pivotal character in the Big Boss Man Al Snow feud, and will become even more important later in 1999. But Pepper is backstage in a pet taxi, a little cage for him. And Al Snow is coming out by himself. Oh, by the way, there's another interesting match on this card. Ken Shamrock, Steve Blackman in a Lion's Den match. Now, this is like the precursor to what the UFC is today. I think it looks like a UFC cage almost. Al Snow is standing on some type of a raised platform in the entryway, and he just did a crossbody onto Boss Man right when he came out. See, now, this is why hardcore title matches were great back then. Because they did a whole bunch of crazy stuff, going backstage, outside, all sorts of things, and this is one of those matches. Al Snow has found a steel chair, chasing after Boss Man, and slams him in the back with it. Sometimes they don't even enter the ring. Okay, now Road Dogg is going to do live commentary of the match. He's going to follow them around wherever they go. They're already backstage. They didn't even make it to the ring. Which is probably not fun for the audience, but it's fun for everybody else. Bossman is just landing hard shots on Al Snow. Oh. Big Bossman just picked up a corkboard and hit Al Snow in the head with it. By the way, I should mention one of my favorite video games of all time. WWF No Mercy 1999 for the Nintendo 64. If you haven't played it, you need to go find it and play it, because you used to be able to go backstage and do all this crazy stuff in the backstage areas. Breaking through tables. They had like locker rooms and like bars that you could wrestle in, and all sorts of things you could break and smash your opponent in the head with. That video, that is the greatest wrestling video game I have ever played. WWF No Mercy 1999. I need to go find my Nintendo 64. And, oh, actually, I don't think it was called WWF No Mercy 1999. It was just called WWF No Mercy. I also had a video game they had called WrestleMania 2000. That was good, too. That was good. That was the precursor. But No Mercy 1999, I mean, that was the video game to end all video games for wrestling. Never played a better one since, ever. Man, there's all this broken glass there. They just pushed a vending machine onto Al Snow, but I think he moved. Now Al Snow just threw him into a vehicle. Now he just told somebody to open the gate to the outside of the arena. And now they're outside. Boss Man just threw Al Snow into a steel guardrail. Oh, man. Boss Man just threw Al Snow into a construction sign. Now they're crossing the street. Yeah, this is not dangerous at all. They're trying to find them. They're like standing on a sidewalk somewhere. It's still light outside in Minneapolis. Remember, this is the summer. Al Snow is trying to pin Boss Man on the sidewalk. Didn't win. Match still goes on. There's some place called Blues Alley. They got some outdoor seating, and Boss Man just threw Al Snow into it, and a table broke. Oh, Boss Man going for the cover. One. No. Teddy Long is the referee, by the way. This is crazy stuff. A big Boss Man and Al Snow just went into some kind of a bar. And WWF security is holding back a fan who tried to like get in the camera because he wants to be on TV. Al Snow is flirting with somebody at the bar, a female at the bar. Al Snow just picked up a newspaper rack and hit Boss Man with it, who pretty much no-sold it. There's all these people around, and they're just fighting. I think they're chanting for head. They must not be aware that Pepper is the new character for Al Snow. It's a dog that Al Snow talks to, kind of like the Son of Sam, who took his orders from dogs. They went into the men's room. That's another thing Al Snow did a lot in these hardcore title matches. He would go into the bathrooms. Usually it's the women's restroom. This time it's the men's. And I think he just shoved a urinal cake into Boss Man's face. Again, you don't see this kind of stuff in any other matches. Boss Man is beating the heck out of Al Snow. Oh, wow. Al Snow just picked up a bottle and slammed it over Boss Man's head. Yeah, obviously there's a planted fan there who's handing Al Snow weapons. And Al Snow was given a chain by this gentleman and is choking Boss Man with it. Okay, he choked him. Now Al Snow's punching him in the face. Road Dogg is there still doing live commentary. Al Snow standing on the bar. Moonsault onto the Boss Man through a table. Table breaks. Road Dogg was saying thankfully he wasn't in this one after he's seeing what they're going through. Okay, Boss Man punches Al Snow in the face. Oh! Boss Man took a drink of beer and... Hey. Boss Man took a drink... Hey, Boss Man took a drink of beer, slammed the bottle on Al Snow. Boss Man pushed Road Dogg out of the way, and then Road Dogg hit him with Boss Man's own nightstick. Now Al Snow took... Okay, so Boss Man is laying on a pool table. Al Snow took 2 billiard balls and hit Boss Man in his testicles with them. And Pinned him. 1, 2, 3. Now Al Snow just ran outside and is crossing the street to run back into the arena. And the cameraman is chasing after him. And Road Dogg's running too. Hey, Stevie Richards and Blue Meanie are playing with Al Snow's dog Pepper. I'm telling you, this is a comedy show at this point. And hey, Blue Meanie is beating up Al Snow. Well, first Al Snow started beating up Stevie Richards. Then Blue Meanie started beating up Al Snow. Now Al Snow's beating up Blue Meanie. Al Snow just beat Stevie Richards with a crutch. He took a crutch away from a guy on crutches. He took both of them away. Now the guy who had the crutches is laying on the floor. I'm telling you, this is entertainment at the highest level. Oh, man. You want some entertainment? Watch WWF from 1999 and 2000. You want entertainment? There's your entertainment. That's all you need to watch. Forget everything else on TV. Forget all the movies that are out today. Just go watch that stuff. Okay, now they're showing Mankind speaking to Jesse Ventura. Now they're talking about politics. But Jesse Ventura basically told Mankind, and this is important, you can take the match anywhere and that's fine, but like you can go outside the ring, go in the crowd, whatever, but the pinfall has to take place in the middle of the ring. And here's the key. Jesse Ventura says if you hit somebody with a steel chair or something, he's not going to count the pinfall. Remember that. That's important. Okay, now they're showing the Lion's Den, which is basically like a UFC cage with a whole bunch of weapons inside of it. They're around the top of the cage. So these weapons are available for Steve Blackman and Ken Shamrock to use. But we're not there yet. Okay, we're not doing the Lion's Den match yet. Apparently they're going to do a women's title match. Ivory is the reigning WWF Women's Champion. Let's see who she's defending against. Ivory in peak physical condition. So I believe she's defending against Tori. And spray painted the word, S-L-U-T on, used shoe polish to write skank on Tori's back and S-L-U-T on her stomach. So that is the lead up to this match, Ivory versus Tori for the Women's Championship. Here comes Tori. Tori running to the ring. Runs into the ring and Ivory immediately attacks her. Tori slams down Ivory, goes for the cover. Only a 1 count. Now Ivory ran out of the ring. She scurried away. Tori's another one, always in peak physical condition. These two are legit wrestlers. They're not just there for the bra and panties matches, no. They can wrestle. Ivory used to be in Glow. I would much rather see two real wrestlers wrestle in terms of the females instead of like bikini models who can't do anything and are just there for aesthetic reasons. You know what my favorite women's match of all time is? Charlotte Flair Asuka at WrestleMania, where Charlotte Flair ended Asuka's unbeaten streak. Tori just hit 2 suplexes on Ivory. Now a martial arts kick, I think. Couple kicks, drop kick to Ivory. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. You know, the sad thing is, even though Ivory and Tori were legit wrestlers at this time, they just simply weren't the type of female athletes we see today. They just could not do the kind of stuff that like Charlotte Flair could do, or a Sasha Banks, or an Io Sky. You know, this was the beginning of that like evolution. It wasn't it just wasn't the time for that. You know, back then people really didn't enjoy the females matches like this. I mean, they're doing okay here, but it's not spectacular or anything. People back then pretty much just wanted to see bra and panties. So like if Ivory and Tori were having a bra and panties match, people would love this. That crowd there would love it. Ivory just did the big swing on Tori. Went for the cover, but Tori kicked out. Oh, spear by Tori on Ivory. Now she's landing punches. Oh, wow. Whoa. Tori just flipped Ivory over the top with a cool looking move. By the way, Jim Ross called Tori's spear an edge looking spear. And Jerry Lawler laughed at that. And he's like, are you kidding me? And I'm on Jerry Lawler's side. That was, you know, not a good looking spear by Tori earlier. Oh, sunset flip. 1, 2. Ivory kicks out. Ivory goes for the cover. Oh, gets 3 count. She just basically sat down on top of her, and that was it. Oh, now Ivory is trying to rip off Tori's clothes. He just undid her top. Oh, Luna Vachon just ran into the ring. Michael Cole is interviewing The Rock backstage. The Rock is accusing Michael Cole of liking men. This was The Rock at the peak of his powers. Although he's pretty great today, too. Now they're showing his opponent, Billy Gunn, with a person with him who has a big sheet over them. Now Jim Ross is saying that coming up next is the Lion's Den match between Steve Blackman and Ken Shamrock. Now obviously at the previous pay-per-view was Ken Shamrock, Steve Blackman in an Iron Circle match, which was basically like a parking lot brawl. They fought each other in a circle that was surrounded by cars and other wrestlers. Here comes Steve Blackman. Steve Blackman was a solid performer in the WWF. He became a hardcore champion. He was a staple of the hardcore division. I mean, he never had any like stupendous matches. I think he had maybe one match that was like a big deal against Shane McMahon at the following year SummerSlam in 2000. But other than that, he was an entertaining character. So was Ken Shamrock. But they're not putting on epic matches or anything. I mean, these guys are martial artists. Now, at Fully Loaded 1999, Ken Shamrock won that Iron Circle match. So we'll see what happens here. You know, you should go look at the backstory of Steve Blackman. Like in the 80s, I think he was training to be a pro wrestler. I think he even started, but then he got terribly ill and he was bedridden for an extremely long time. And he managed to recover and, become a WWF superstar years later. I mean, a lot of these performers have rough backgrounds and they overcame everything and became what they are today. I think Ken Shamrock's another one who didn't have the easiest life, and obviously he went on to become a big star in the UFC and in pro wrestling, and he's still super jacked too. Anyway, the match has started. Ken Shamrock has nunchucks in his hand. Leg sweep by Steve Blackman. He grabs the nunchucks and is choking Ken Shamrock with this with these nunchucks. I'm not sure what the method of victory is supposed to be for this match because I don't see a referee. Oh no, there is a referee. He's standing on top of the like the UFC cage structure. Ken Shamrock in control here. Threw him into the cage structure. Irish whip. Remember, there's no ropes. But Blackman bounced off the cage anyway and got taken down by Shamrock. Now Shamrock is climbing the cage structure because remember, there's weapons surrounding the cage. Blackman just Irish whipped Ken Shamrock into the cage structure. Ken just fell down. Blackman just took some sticks. Now he's using them on Shamrock. Blackman in control. He's using that one of those sticks to choke Shamrock. Again, this is not like a 5-star match or anything. But, I mean, it's fun that they have all these different kinds of matches on the show. Like, to keep you entertained. They had the Tag Team Turmoil match. They had the straight-up one-on-one match between Jarrett and D'Lo Brown. Oh, Ken Shamrock just landed an elbow, jumping off the side of the cage, springboarding off, and elbowing Steve Blackman in the face. Anyway, so they had that first match, which was a straight-up one-on-one match. Then they had the Tag Team Turmoil match. Then they had that hardcore title match. Now they're having a Lion's Den match, and there's more to come. More interesting matches to come. Back suplex by Ken Shamrock on Steve Blackman. Blackman DDT on Ken Shamrock. Oh, man. Blackman is climbing the cage. You got a kendo stick now. Oh, you know what? I think this might be... we might be nearing the end here. Because Blackman has his kendo stick and he's going to beat the heck out of Ken with it. He is. He's doing it right now. Man, he hit Ken Shamrock square in the head with that kendo stick. So apparently this match ends when you just walk out of the belly-to-belly suplex by Ken Shamrock. So this match is not over. Whoa, Ken Shamrock just hit Blackman right in the head with the kendo stick. He measured him and hit him, and then Blackman just basically like fainted. Looks like he's knocked out. That might be the end. Yeah, that's the end. They just rang the bell. So that was a pretty uneventful match, but again, it's like they keep the show interesting by doing all these different types of things. So, hey, if you didn't like the singles match, let's try a tag team match. If you didn't like those, let's try a hardcore match. If you didn't like that, here's this Lion's Den thing. Kevin Kelly is backstage. Oh, they're talking about Shane McMahon attacked Test on Sunday Night Heat. And these two guys have a match on this show. Probably coming up next. Test is on his way to the ring and just told Kevin Kelly that talking time is over. Here comes Test. This was at a time when Test was scheduled to marry Stephanie McMahon. And Shane McMahon had a big problem with that. If Test wins, Shane McMahon has to butt out. Oh, they're showing the lead up to this match. They're showing clips of Test taking out all of Shane McMahon's friends from the Mean Street Posse by like breaking their arm, breaking their leg, breaking everything, so that they can't interfere here. Okay, here comes Shane. Jim Ross is saying, hey, you got to respect that Shane McMahon is coming out here without the Mean Street Posse. Okay, Shane's in the ring. Test is much bigger than Shane. Now the Mean Street Posse's music has hit. Here they come, wearing Hawaiian shirts and beige shorts. Joey Abs has a broken leg, and Rodney has a broken arm, and Pete Gas has a broken neck, and oh, and Shane McMahon is greeting them. Oh. All right, yeah. Mean Street Posse sitting on a couch, rings right in the front row. And now, yeah, Test is going right after Shane here. By the way, we're about halfway through the show, and we've seen a whole variety of different kinds of matches. Hardcore title match, definitely the most entertaining of all of them. But let's check this one out. Yeah, Test is just beating the heck out of Shane. Which, by the way, it'll be interesting to watch what Shane does in this match, because obviously you can't have a match where it looks fair at all, because Test is the real wrestler, Test is the bigger, stronger guy, and Shane doesn't really have much of a chance here. I guess that's why they brought the Mean Street Posse out to give Shane a chance, because at least in the planning of this match, they all knew that, hey, you can't have Shane be like a legit threat to Test. Test and Shane are fighting in the crowd here. Yeah, Shane hasn't landed anything yet. Oh, now he did. He clotheslined Test over the barricade, which is kind of hard to believe, because... Oh, Shane just jumped off the barricade onto Test. Test caught him and power slammed him. So, see, now in the context of the match, that makes sense. Test should be overpowering Shane. The only way Shane should have a chance is through cheating. Oh, Test is attacking the Mean Street Posse. Joey Abs just spit in Test's face. Now, Test picked up Shane, threw him into the Mean Street Posse onto the couch, and the couch falls down. And everybody fell down. See, that was a good spot. Oh, wow. Test just picked up a cookie pan and like hit all three members of the Mean Street Posse in the head. Now they're all beaten down on Test. Pete Gas just passed Shane a mailbox to hit Test in the head with it, and he did just that. I don't know what, they have a whole like weapons, a do not enter sign, and he's beating Test in the back with it. Now they have a framed picture of Shane and the Mean Street Posse, I think. Oh my goodness. That was like a glass picture, and they hit Test in the head, and the glass shattered everywhere. God. Man, this is like, Test is back up. They're in the ring. Shane just leapfrogged Test and hit a back elbow on Test. Remember, Test has been beaten with a bunch of weapons now. Shane McMahon on the top turnbuckle. Oh, wow. He went for a corkscrew, and that did not work out. Test moved out of the way. Test just landed a power bomb, but Rodney from the Mean Street Posse is distracting the ref. So that gives Shane enough time to get his shoulder up. He recovered. Oh, wow. Test just gave the referee a big boot by accident because Shane moved out of the way. Yeah, well, there's going to be some more cheating now. Oh, wow. Test just clothesline Shane to the outside. By the way, geez, now Test is beating Shane with the same weapon that Shane used before. This do not enter sign. By the way, this is probably the best match of Test's career. Not the best match of Shane's career. That would probably come next year in his match against Kurt Angle. But Shane had some good matches in his career. More than Test did. Oh, here we go. Mean Street Posse, 3-on-1 against Test. They're beating him up with weapons and everything. Test is laying on the table. Shane, top turnbuckle. Test on the announce table. Shane just dropped an elbow through Test through the announce table from the top turnbuckle in the ring. And this is where people started respecting Shane McMahon as a wrestler, because this is like this is the best match on the show so far. I mean, clearly, Test and Shane, right? And, you know, Shane's previous best match was probably his match against X-Pac at WrestleMania 15, which was okay. But this is actually like a show stealer. That's what this match is. Nobody is expecting this match to be this good. And especially Shane's performance. Nobody expected Shane to do this kind of stuff. Corkscrew moonsault, top rope elbow through Test through the announce table. Huge leap of faith doing that move. High risk. But this is also a well laid out match because, you know, they have you interested. They're doing enough different stuff, and the inclusion of the Mean Street Posse really makes it interesting because that gives Shane a real shot of winning. Joey Abs and Rodney just put both of these guys back in the ring. Test and Shane. Shane looks like he's going for the cover here. Shane goes for the cover. 1, 2. Test gets the shoulder up and the crowd goes nuts. Remember, Test was just put through the announce table. People are loving this. I'm telling you. They're stealing the show here. Pete Gas went to nail Test with a street sign. Test ducked. Pete Gas hit Shane in the head with it. Test went for the pin. Got 1, 2. But then Joey Abs pulled Shane McMahon out of the way, so the pin was broken up. Now the referee is getting mad at Joey Abs. Now here comes Rodney, who just knocked down Test and put Shane on top of Test. One, 2. Test got the shoulder up again, and the crowd's going crazy. See, again, this match is laid out so well. Whatever planning they did for this match, I'm telling you, this is... Oh, here comes Patterson and Briscoe to beat up Pete Gas and Rodney. Briscoe just hit Rodney in the head with a street sign, the do not enter sign. And now, again, he did it to Pete Gas. Joey Abs had a steel chair on the ring apron, but Test gave him a big boot and knocked him right off. Shane McMahon went to spear Test in the corner. Test moves. Test went shoulder first into the ring post. Test, pump handle slam. Test now, climbing to the top turnbuckle. Test just hit the elbow on Shane. 1, 2, 3. Outstanding match. Probably the best match of Test's career. And at this point, it was the best match of Shane's career. And excellent. Just excellent top to bottom. Now here comes Stephanie McMahon, who is going to marry Test. Shane has to leave them alone now, because that was the stipulation of the match. Okay, they're saying coming up next is the WWF Tag Team Championship match. Kane and X-Pac, who are the champions, will be defending against Big Show and The Undertaker. They're showing the lead up to like how Undertaker and Big Show became tag partners. Yeah, the lead up to this match also included the main event at Fully Loaded 1999, where X-Pac played a role in Undertaker losing that match. They're showing a tag team title match between X-Pac and Kane and Acolytes, which I believe Acolytes were the tag champs. X-Pac hits an X Factor on Farouk. 1, 3 count by X-Pac on Farouk. That's how they won. X-Pac and Kane just made their entrance. Kane's got cool new gear on. Instead of the traditional, like red and black. I mean, he's got the red and black on, but the colors are reversed. This always looked much cooler. Here comes Undertaker and Big Show, and by the way, they did like a combination of Undertaker's theme and Big Show's theme to create something new, and it sounds okay, but it just sounds funny because it's really not like two songs. It's not really two songs you should put together. I think they did the same thing one time for Big Show and Chris Jericho, and they were a tag team, Jarrett Show, and that didn't sound good either. Undertaker Big Show. Here we go. By the way, after this match, I believe, I know off the top of my head, there's at least 2 matches left. There's The Rock and Billy Gunn in a Kiss My You Know What match. And the main event, Triple H, Mankind, Austin for the title. I don't know if there are any other matches besides that. Match is underway. Kane is in the ring with Undertaker and Big Show together. Oh, but Kane clotheslines Big Show over the top rope. X-Pac crossbody off the top on the Undertaker. 1. And Undertaker gets up. X-Pac and Undertaker in the ring. Trading. Oh, then X-Pac just tagged in Kane. Obviously, Undertaker and Kane have had wars. I don't think I've ever seen one single Undertaker versus Kane match that was good. Ever. Kane just, oh wow, X-Pac is attacking the Undertaker on the outside. X-Pac is fearless. Undertaker just knocked down X-Pac like it was nothing. Kane and Undertaker fighting on the outside. Kane just clothesline Undertaker down. Kane goes for the cover. 1, 2. Big Show pulls Kane out of the ring. Undertaker, big DDT on Kane. Big Show. Oh wow, Big Show, big boot on Kane. Big Show went for a big elbow. Lands it on Kane. Okay, now Big Show's just choking Kane. I don't think you can win the titles that way. Kane kicks Big Show. Now landing shots. SummerSlam on Kane, goes for the cover. 1, 2. And Kane kicks out. Undertaker and Kane are the legal guys now. Kane and Undertaker exchanging right hands. When Undertaker and Kane just did a double clothesline, they're down on the mat now. Kane just tagged in X-Pac. He's fighting with The Undertaker now. Which looks hilarious, by the way. Oh, yeah. Spinning wheel kick by X-Pac on Undertaker. Goes for the cover, but Undertaker kicks at it too. X-Pac. Oh, Big Show attacked X-Pac from the outside. Undertaker just threw X-Pac to the outside. Big Show just dropped X-Pac on the barricade. Now Kane is going to go do something about it. This is a real fast-paced match considering who's involved. So credit to them. They know this is a big deal. This is SummerSlam. Whoa, Undertaker just picked up X-Pac and just basically pushed him spread eagle into the ring post. Oh, wow. Big Show did a low blow to X-Pac with his head. I don't know why. Could have just kicked him. Big Show just slammed down X-Pac. Big Show is doing a bear hug on X-Pac. Big Show just hit a choke slam on X-Pac. Kane interrupted the pin. Remember, X-Pac looks really out of place here. Everybody else here is gigantic. 7 feet tall. Somewhere between 300 and 500 pounds, all these guys. X-Pac, low blow to the Big Show. Yeesh. X-Pac. Oh no. He couldn't get the tag, so Undertaker has X-Pac. Low blow to the Undertaker. And with a kick to the Undertaker's groin, that's what X-Pac did to make sure he got the tag to Kane. Now Kane got the hot tag. He's beating up both guys, Undertaker and Big Show. X-Pac splash to the Undertaker to the outside, but Undertaker catches X-Pac, but X-Pac wiggles out, pushes Undertaker into the ring post. Now Big Show is in Bronco Buster position. Crowd's noticing. He's calling for the Bronco Buster, and he hits it on Big Show. Big Show. Huge choke slam on X-Pac. Big Show did a really lazy cover by just putting his foot on X-Pac's chest. And then X-Pac kicked out. They are moving at such a fast pace. Undertaker, tombstone pile driver on X-Pac. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Wow. So Undertaker and Big Show are the new WWF Tag Team Champions. That was an entertaining match. So now we've had 2 entertaining matches in a row. And like I said, at this point, I think there's only 2 matches left. One of them with The Rock and Billy Gunn, which, if I remember correctly, is an entertaining match. But we'll find out in a few minutes. Undertaker was mad at Big Show in this match because Big Show had it won, but he had a lazy cover. Undertaker was getting mad about it, and so he had to go do it himself and get the job done with the tombstone. Now Jesse Ventura is talking to Steve Austin, the WWF champion. Here comes Billy Gunn. Remember, he had someone with him. And here that person comes. Billy Gunn just pulled the sheet. Billy Gunn just pulled the sheet off of that person, and it's a very obese woman. So Billy Gunn is basically saying if The Rock loses this match, he won't be kissing Billy Gunn's rear end. He'll be kissing this big, fat, obese woman's rear end, which nobody wants to do. Here comes The Rock, and the crowd is going nuts. Remember, this is late in the show now. I think there's only 2 matches left. But hey, they will always get on their feet for The Rock. Always. And he is in unbelievable physical condition. Was he 27? No, he was 26 years of age. Oh, no, he was 27 at this point. This was at a time when The Rock was like temporarily taken out of the main event picture because they needed to keep the title away from him because they had plans for other people. But in the meantime, he had fun little matches like this one. And by the way, The Rock's theme music at this time, this is the best version of his theme music. Go listen. The Rock at SummerSlam 99, that's the best theme music The Rock ever had. If You Smell version of the theme song was also great, and they used that throughout 2000. It's a lot more exciting, understandably so. That's why they went with that. Billy Gunn, the match has started. He's in control right now. Rock landing right hands. The Rock and Billy Gunn are outside the ring now. Now The Rock and Billy Gunn are fighting near the fans. Billy Gunn just threw The Rock into this like steel barrier between them and the fans. And he keeps doing that. So Billy Gunn firmly in control. Oof. The Rock Irish whipped Billy Gunn into the steel cage structure that was from the Lion's Den match, and then he clotheslined Billy Gunn right to the concrete floor. Billy Gunn just threw Rock into the steel steps. Oh, The Rock just The Rock just hit threw Billy Gunn face first into the announce table. Then he took Jerry Lawler's crown, put it on Billy Gunn's head, and punched him. Then The Rock just took a swig from a bottle of water and spit it in the face of Billy Gunn. But then Billy Gunn retaliated, took the ring bell, and smacked The Rock in the head with it. All right, now these guys are in the ring. Okay, Billy Gunn goes for the cover, and The Rock immediately kicks out. The Rock, Billy Gunn leaps over. The Rock clotheslines Billy Gunn. Remember, there's no stakes in this match. But everyone is so into it because look who's in it. It's The Rock. So this was when Rock started approaching a peak of popularity where he could do no wrong. I mean, he could have a boring match if he wanted to, but you know what ended up happening? Is as his star power was rising throughout 1999 and 2000, he began to improve himself as a performer in the ring and as a character. Things just kept getting better and better and better. Right up until The Rock took a break after WrestleMania in 2001. And yeah, then they did the invasion angle, and then everything just sort of petered out. Crowd chanting for Rocky. The Rock is landing punches. Bulldog by Billy Gunn on The Rock. Goes for the cover. Rock gets the shoulder up. Whoa, Billy Gunn just hit a big splash in the corner on The Rock. Oh, you should see the look on The Rock's face. Big clothesline to Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn was taunting the crowd, but he paid for it. Float over DDT by The Rock on Billy Gunn. You gotta believe there's not much more to this match at this point. The Rock went for the cover, got 1, 2, and then Billy Gunn got the shoulder up. The Rock, neckbreaker on Billy Gunn, 1, 2. Billy Gunn gets the shoulder up. The Rock. Oh, Billy Gunn just hit the famous on The Rock. Billy Gunn just brought that woman in the ring. Oh, The Rock fighting back. And The Rock is rubbing Billy Gunn's face in the woman's rear end. That backfired on Billy Gunn. Now Rock bottom. Now he's going to do the people's elbow. People's elbow landed, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. The Rock wins the match, beats Billy Gunn, who's been a thorn in his side for probably like a month and a half. And here's The Rock. He wins. There was even a funny story on it in the lead up to this match. Billy Gunn got his rear end rubbed with some type of herbal whatever, some type of plants or something, and then The Rock reveals that, oh no, you have he had some woman rub Billy Gunn's rear end with poison ivy. That was another story on this. A lot of they put a lot of detail into this Kiss My Rear End match. All right, one match left. Triple threat WWF Championship match. Triple H versus Stone Cold versus Mankind. Jesse Ventura is the referee. Now they're showing a video package leading up to this match. There was a moment where China became the #1 contender to the WWF title, and China was going to face Austin at SummerSlam. Of course, Triple H wasn't going to allow that to happen. Anyway, so there was some confusion as to who the number one contender was going to be. Was it going to be Mankind, Triple H, China? So they decided to have a match between Triple H and Mankind to decide who is the number one contender. Mankind and Triple H covered each other, and so Shane McMahon and Shawn Michaels, who were the special guest referees, both of them, they both counted them both down. 1, 2, 3. That's how this became a triple threat match. Triple H, Mankind, Steve Austin. First off, Jesse Ventura is coming to the ring wearing a long sleeve referee shirt. Imagine that they had the governor of Minnesota be the referee for the match. They should do stuff like that more often. They should get the next president to be a referee for a match, whoever it is. Imagine Kamala Harris. Donald Trump has also already participated in WWE. Obviously, he was a big supporter of the WWF in the 80s. And then he had that Battle of the Billionaires with Vince McMahon, Bobby Lashley, Umaga at WrestleMania 23. But Kamala Harris, they got to let her get involved here. A lot of media were saying that Jesse Ventura is a disgrace for appearing at SummerSlam. And he just said on the microphone he's proud to be a wrestler. And he's proud to be there tonight. That's amazing. You know, some people try to shy away from their wrestling background. Not Jesse. You know, wrestling is the best. I don't know why anyone would shy away from their background. Here comes Mankind. I like Mankind's theme. All right, here comes Triple H wearing chainmail. I actually liked Triple H's theme at this time better than the one he eventually had, the Motorhead one. The My Time song, which I think was done by the DX band. It's excellent. And China is coming out with Triple H. Keep that in mind. By the way, most people heading into this, they pretty much thought Triple H was going to win this especially since it's a triple threat match. It's the best way to get the title off of Austin without having him get pinned or anything. Here comes Steve Austin. Huge ovation by the crowd. Remember, this is the last match on the show. The show's been going on for about 2 hours and 19 minutes. And here they are, super amped. This has been an entertaining show. I mean, Shane McMahon and Test was probably the best match so far. Obviously, the main event's about to go. Okay, Steve Austin, Triple H, squaring off. The match has started. Bell rang. Austin doesn't even have his vest off. Now Mankind pulled Triple H outside the ring. Yeah, I mean, obviously this is going to end up being the best match on the show because you got three people who, they all know what they're doing. I mean, these are main eventers for a reason. Mankind and Austin teaming together to take on Triple H. Austin throws Triple H in the announce table. Oh man, Mankind and Austin are double teaming Triple H. Austin. Punch to Triple H, Mankind knee to Triple H's face. Now Mankind is hugging Steve Austin. Oh, and now Austin is punching Mankind now. That is the end of that union. Austin goes for the stunner. Mankind throws him off, and Austin bumps into Triple H, who falls outside the ring. Mankind. Oh, no. He went to go clothesline Steve Austin over the top rope, but he went flying himself. They're all three outside the ring now. Austin just clotheslined Mankind. China, who is lurking around the ring looking to gain an advantage here. She's looking at Mankind. Triple H and Austin are squaring off. Austin is choking Triple H with an electrical wire. Meanwhile, Jesse Ventura is admonishing China for trying to interfere in the match. Now Triple H has a steel chair. Steel chair to the knee of Austin. Ventura is asking Triple H, did he hit Austin with a chair? And the crowd is saying yes. Mankind now. Landing punches on Triple H. Triple H knee to Mankind's face. Now Triple H is landing a million fists on Mankind. Austin is clutching his knee there on the outside. Now Mankind, mandible claw on Triple H. Mandible claw. China just grabbed Mankind's leg. Spread eagle into the ring post. Thanks to China. Now Jesse Ventura is telling China to go to the back because she interfered. Triple H is saying that's ridiculous, but hey, Ventura is the referee. Now here comes Austin. He just knocked down Triple H. And meanwhile, Jesse Ventura and China are going all the way to the back. Now Austin and Triple H are beating the heck out of each other. And Austin and Triple H, I mean, that was a feud for the ages. They had a really good match at No Mercy 1999, which I'll eventually watch on this channel at some point. That was only, what, 2 months after this? October 99? 25 years ago. That's No Mercy. But anyway, Austin and Triple H beating the heck out of each other. Brawling. A lot of brawling whenever Austin is involved. Alright, now, Austin and Triple H back inside the ring. Ventura also in the ring. Wow. Triple H just wrapped Austin's knee around that ring post. And now he's punching Austin. Triple H is stomping Austin. Now Mankind is stomping Austin. Jeez, Mankind and Triple H working together. And these two hate each other. By the way, Triple H looks so different than he did at the beginning of the year in 1999. I don't know if he had some external help, if you know what I mean. But his body just... I mean, he doesn't have an ounce of fat on his body. Pure muscle. Mankind going for the cover. 1, 2, and Triple H kicks him off. Now Mankind and Triple H are squaring off. Mankind cactus clothesline to Triple H. Both, okay, Triple H is outside the ring on the mat. Oh my goodness. Mankind went for a cannonball. Triple H moved out of the way. He just landed flat on the floor. Oh, there's nothing to break that fall. All right, now Triple H and Austin. Uh-oh. Triple H hit a hangman on Austin. Oh, Austin clothesline Triple H over the barricade. Austin is keeping he's keeping that intensity high. Whew, they are brawling big time. Here comes Mick Foley. All three now. Oh, Mankind went for a pile driver. Austin backdropped him right on the concrete. Mankind has taken serious punishment in this match. The conditioning that Austin must have to maintain intensity for 20-30 minutes in a match. A main event pay-per-view match. But Triple H threw Austin in his steel steps. Triple H is the only one standing right now. Austin, Mankind, Triple H, all in the ring. Austin is landing punches on both. It's a one-man wrecking crew. Oh, low blow to Triple H. I guess the ref didn't see that one. Austin has Mankind in the corner, shouldering him. Oh, look at this. Triple H going for the pedigree. Nope. Austin. Now he throws Triple H right into Mankind. Now Triple H goes to the outside and falls down. All right. The tension is high because nobody in the arena knows what is coming next. So Austin hits the stunner on Mankind. Triple H has a steel chair. Hits Austin in the back with it. Now Jesse Ventura is furious. Now Ventura is saying he's not counting anything for Triple H because he's cheating. Now Triple H hit Mankind in the head with a steel chair. Triple H goes for the cover. Jesse Ventura is refusing to count the pin. He is refusing to let Triple H win this title that way. Which is huge in this matchup. This is Triple H's big opportunity, and it's all falling apart now for him. Now Triple H is threatening to hit Ventura. Yeah, that's not going to end well for Triple H. Shane McMahon is now in the ring. Now he's getting mad at Ventura. Austin. Stone Cold Stunner to Shane McMahon. Jesse Ventura is taking Shane, picked him up, and he's throwing him over the top rope. He's telling Shane, that's for your old man. Because Jesse Ventura and Vince McMahon don't see eye to eye. So, Triple H and Austin, Mankind. Match is still going on here. Double clothesline. Austin and Triple H take each other down. Mankind is in the corner on his knees. Anything goes. Anything can happen. Mankind pointing to Mr. Sacco. Yeah, Mr. Sacco is out. Mankind gets Mr. Sacco on Steve Austin. Gets the mandible claw on Triple H. Austin low blow to Mankind. Now Triple H going for the pedigree on Mankind. Austin clothesline to Triple H. Everybody down now. Everybody down. Anything can happen. Yeah, this is the best match on the show by far, by the way. Number 2 is Test and Shane. Number 3 is probably, I don't know, maybe the tag team Turmoil match or the Rock Billy Gunn match. Rock Billy Gunn was okay. It wasn't great. Stone Cold Stunner on Triple H. Austin goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Mankind breaks up the pin. Mankind. Oh, wow. Austin throws Mankind into the ring post. Triple H going for the pedigree. He hits it. But Mankind knocked Triple H out of the way. Mankind. Double arm DDT. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Mankind is WWF champion. Nobody was expecting Mankind to win. I think a lot of people were probably just expecting Mankind to be the one who takes the pin from Triple H or Austin. Instead, he's the one who wins. See, that is some unpredictability that the WWE doesn't have these days. You know, you got to do stuff like that. You got to keep everything unpredictable. Keep everybody on their toes. That's how you keep people watching. Jesse Ventura and Mankind walking to the back. And by the way, the reaction of the crowd, you could tell nobody knew that was coming. Because they were like, they couldn't believe that was the finish. Okay, now Triple H still in the ring. He just lost. He's taking a steel chair and he's taking out Austin's knees. What a shame. Terrible. China is back in the ring, fighting off referees to let Triple H carry out this assault on Austin's knees with a steel chair. What a shame. Pivotal to the story that proceeds to play out over the next however many years, but he's still destroying Austin's knees with that steel chair. And that's how the show ends, with Triple H in China standing tall. Mankind is the WWF champion, but Triple H just took out Austin. And then Triple H just punched Sergeant Slaughter in the face. But yeah. Mankind is the new WWF champion. Triple H is furious. And that was SummerSlam 1999. Thank you for watching.